Is there a meta strat in BTD6? Just a strategy above all of the other strategies? Well, today I want to show you one that I think can work on almost any map. I say almost any map because the harder the map gets, of course, the more difficult they're going to be, and the more strategic you're going to have to be, the more designed you're going to have to be with that exact map. But on most maps, what you could do is you can do a triple dart monkey start very, very easily. Leave most of them on first unless you really need to put something on strong. The closer the dart monkey is to the front of the map, the more likely you'd want to put them on strong, because that'll give you more time to pop the balloons as time goes on. And then the next tower you're going to build is a sniper. This will work on almost any map in the game. Alright, because dart monkeys are very fast shooting, don't allow you to miss that much, but you still want to get the sniper because there's going to be some reasonably strong balloons coming in here every once in a while that you're going to want to make sure you can pop. So always put your sniper on strong, and if you need to, you can always micro him into first or whatever if you have a balloon trying to sneak through. But this is the basic strategy to most maps in the game. Now, of course, if you can get going with a boomerang or a tack shooter or a submarine, those are all very fair and reasonable things to do. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that you can't do any of that, but if you want to do a nice start on almost any map, triple dart monkey into a sniper is just the way to go. But I should mention, going for a fourth dart monkey may actually be necessary in some situations. So in this, for this game, I'm going to go for a fourth dart monkey in the top because this map's really weird. This map's weird because basically, this area of the map, or this lane of the map, is going to be shorter than this side. So when the monkeys are attacking the first balloon, it's whatever balloon is closer to the exit, not which balloon has traveled more distance. So the first balloon is going to be closer to the exit almost always in this lane right here. So all these dart monkeys, all the towers will be built right here, even though this is a nice spot because this is where both lanes merge up, they're always going to focus on the bottom side first, and then if they have any leftover attacks, they're going to pop the top over here. Any which way you can tell, Sniper, working his magic, popping the big balloons, let the dart monkeys clean up the rest, and that's going to allow us to get our meta hero. So we're talking about Geraldo, of course. So I put Geraldo on strong. It's a thing I like to do. I tabbed mine over, by the way, if you were wondering. But Geraldo doesn't do damage right now, but he used to, and I think that I just automatically do that. Plus, because he's in the front of the map, again, damage is always good. Allows us more time to pop the balloons if we kill the strongest layer first. Anyways, the main thing you want to do with Geraldo is use his shop up. So his shop is delicious, by the way. You've got tons and tons of ways to pop the balloons, but the main way is going to be with the turrets. Alright, now because I have Geraldo on strong, all of our things are going to automatically become strong, which is not the correct thing to do. Usually you want to put them on a lane where you can get them down a straight line. So, area like this would be okay. I think this might be a smidge better. We're going to put him on last here. We should have done this nice straight line right here. Every single shot is going to go through many balloons. Easily take them down. And even on round 15 here, which is a normally pretty difficult round here, with a tiny bit of micro, we take it all down. Now, I should mention that this is a peace of mind part of the game here, but I highly, highly recommend it. Road spikes. Okay, 55 bucks per lane. $110 for 20 pops. This will save your chimps run more than you could ever imagine. Even though it costs $110 that we cannot get back, I promise you it's going to be worth it. Because some other things that you might have to do, like getting camo detection, can even be more expensive than just building a road spike that can pop the Kimber balloon itself. So anyways, we're going to keep up with the turrets for a little bit. We're going to build the most meta tower in the game in just a second here. But right now you can tell that our popping power on the bottom seemingly is a smidge worse than the top. So we're going to go for our third turret on the bottom, and hopefully our fourth turret on the top. Just going to keep it a little on the even side here. You know what's totally not meta? Using SJB's creator support code. But you know what? Maybe you could help me make it a little more meta and support me as a creator, and that would be fantastic. I'd really appreciate that. Thank you. All right, so what is that meta tower we're talking about? We're talking about the Druid. So, this guy's just good. I don't know how else to put it. The reason why I like him is because he's so solid on every map, and because he's got infinite range. The infinite range means that it doesn't matter where you put him all that much. Of course, anywhere where he can get his regular attack to do extra pops is always a good thing, but just knowing that he's got that infinite range means any map that we play him on, he can do his job properly. So we're going to be going straight for a Druid of the Jungle. Cool thing here is Druid of the Jungle is also going to give us extra range here as well. And you can see, even when balloons are like starting to sneak through and everything, we're like, oh, we don't even care. Like, it doesn't even matter. We got road spikes in the back. So if something did sneak through, we've got it covered, bro. It doesn't even matter. All right, and Druid of the Jungle is going to be up here. Oh, look at that. Camo Bloon. Guess what? Road spikes. We're saving money in the process here, folks. And the Druid of the Jungle is officially up. But I'm actually going to double dip my lead popping power a little bit. I'm going to go for both the Full Metal Jacket and the Hard Thorns here, just because I think lead balloons can be kind of a problem if I just go for one of them. So even though it's kind of like a little bit overkill, right now we're not planning for like the 5th tiers. We're just trying to survive through round 40. Up until round 40, you don't want to think too far ahead. Like, of course, it's always good to plan a little bit. Make sure you don't use up all of your good positionings and stuff like that. But in general, it's about surviving. All right, the 40s to the 50s is when you start actually making money and actually making things happen. And then the 50s to the 60s is when you start getting your set up for the 4th and 5th tiers that you're going to have for the rest of the game. And then hopefully you start trying to earn those things through the 60s and the 70s. So here we go. Geraldo, we're going to keep up with these turrets. I am never going to let down on the turrets. Not until we're like super duper duper late in the game here. I think this one I'll put on last. I'll leave this one on first here. So I can shoot down this straight line as well. And if I want to, I can still hit the balloons as they walk in. Anyways, as far as camo balloons are concerned, I don't really have a good way to pop camo balloons right now. So the easiest answer for me is to use Geraldo. So we're going to use Geraldo's camo potion. And instead of using your camo potion on anybody else, you want to still use it on Geraldo here. Because Geraldo, every single turret is going to have that camo detection for 10 rounds, which means he can pop camos for 33, 36, 37, and for 42. 10 rounds, some of the toughest camo balloon rounds in the game, technically, because you don't really have it yet, are all going to be covered by Geraldo. Sweet! So our next tower is something that a lot of people, I think is kind of stupid. It's going to be a Heli pilot. So this is a weird tower because sometimes it requires micro. But in my situation, I'm thinking I want to get a pursuit on him, so I'm not going to worry about that. I'm just going to let him go to town. Now, on this map in particular, that pursuit might actually have to be microed later on, but for now, the popping power is just enough for me, so it's not like I have to do anything crazy here. But in addition, I want to go for the bottom path combo, and the reason why is all about round 40. If we get a $3,000 tower here, $3,000 upgrade, we can pop round 40 and round 50, no problem. And of course, we're going to have tons of extra popping power throughout the 40s and the 50s, and even when we get to the bigger balloons, like, oh my god, it's weird that this cheap tower can pop, not only pop, but slow down all of those big balloons. So, yeah, I mean, like I said, popping balloons for now, and eventually he's going to be a pretty godlike Moab popper, basically. All right, our Moab shove is up. Now, keep in mind, when you get a Moab shove, he's going to pop the Moab layer, but you're still going to have to deal with the ceramics on the inside. So if you don't have enough popping power for the ceramics on the inside, make sure you've got something else to pop those puppies. Now, luckily for us, Druid the Jungle's not going to be bad. He's going to pop at least one of the ceramics and start popping the rest of them. But he might even be able to pop 2 of them, kind of depending on where it gets popped and depending on who's going to actually start attacking these things. So, in addition, we have almost $2,000 saved up here, so if we want to, we can do something a little fancier with our money. One of the things we can do is we can go for a Maelstrom or a Jerry's Fire or whatever the heck we want to, but I think those are kind of small wastes of money because they don't end up surviving till the end of the game. So this $650 is going to be gone, which is kind of unfortunate, to be honest. I don't want to waste my money. So this is what I'm going to do instead. I'm going to get my tower set up. I want to go for a village, and I want to know that the rest of the game, if I put anything inside of the range of this village, it's going to have cam detection and jungle drums and all that other stuff. So I'm going to go for it now, and then anything I put down, I'm going to try to put it down in this range over here. Now, another invaluable tower for me that I really like going for in the mid-game, right around the 40s, especially on the difficult rounds, is going to be a wizard. All right, I really like this tower. Oh man, how am I going to fit him inside the range of this village? We're going to go right about... Nah. Right about... Nah, that looks good. And I always like going for the middle path. Dragon's Breath. He's a really good cleanup tower. He's not bad against Moabs. The only thing he's weak against is purples, which, of course, this late in the map, no purples are ever going to get through. So we got a Dragon's Breath here. Now, we can go for either cross path, because he's got cam detection. But, unfortunately, I still think Intense Magic is the way to go, so we're going to go for the Intense Magic, and we can just not get the Monkey Sense so we don't waste our money here. Next, even though this monkey got nerfed pretty hard in the last update, it's still a fantastic tower up until round 80 easily. After round 80, it does start to fall off a little bit, so we don't want to spend all of our money on this guy. We just want to get him now so we can start getting ready for the 4th and 5th tier towers we want to get for the late part of the game here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of this thing. I'm going to go for a quick Dart Monkey right at the front of the map here, just like this. and I'm going to upgrade him. I'm going to go ba-bam with $1,620 with Geraldo's power up here. Now I have officially a Super Monkey. Now the sucky thing about the Super Monkey is I cannot ever go for a 4th tier on this guy. But I get a nearly, I don't want to call it half price, but like $1,000 off Dart Super Monkey here. And now we can start to upgrade him. And I think the answer for us is definitely Robo Monkey. So we're going to go for a quick super range, epic range puppy over here, and then kind of get to work. Now keep in mind for cam detection, Geraldo doesn't have it automatically anymore. So we need to make sure that all of our towers over here are enough cam detection for us to kind of keep ourselves in the game. Which means a Druid, a Dragon's Breath Wizard, and a Heli Pilot. I think it's going to be a little bit tight, but I think we can manage with just those 3 guys there. So round 51 should go down, I think. We'll have to watch ourselves just a little bit there. All right, I'll admit it. I'm like a little bit afraid here. You know, I'm just going to go for it. Screw it. I think we can manage, dude. Come on, little puppies. Do your job. In fact, maybe I should just leave him on follow mouse so I can actually control this camera detection. Okay, it looks pretty good. Let's leave the Heli Pilot on the front. Back to pursuit, and we get the big boy. No, he's like a medium boy. It's a Robo Monkey. So this guy is nice for popping power. He's got Moab popping power. He's got crit shots to pop the ceramics and the balloons. He's just a good tower to have in the front of the map. We feel very comfy at this point with our total popping power. The only thing we're going to have an issue with is round 63. So we're still going to have to plan that out and make sure we can take that thing down. So for now, though, I still want to go for a little higher upgraded Super Monkey. I think you got to cross-path it. You got to decide, do you want the cam detection or do you want the popping power? I want the popping power. Screw the cam detection. We can always figure that out later. I always get a village, just run out a cam potion on Geraldo or whatever. But for now, instead, I'm going to focus on getting my bunnies flowing. So we're going to go for 1 bunny. Still playing for round 63 being a smidge difficult. So I might have to throw down a Jerry's Fire or just a mortar or something that can pop the balloons just a little bit better. You know what? Let's give Jerry that cam detection. I don't know. It just feels like it's kind of worth it. We got a couple tough rounds coming up. I don't want to make an issue out of it over $250, dude. It's not worth it. It's the first BFB. You can tell with the Robo Monkey in the front, though. Even with the first and last combo, it just don't matter. We popping these balloons, dude. Luckily for us, I think that we're going to get the bunny either around round 62 or 63, so that's going to be the 4th bunny for us, so we'll have an easy round 63 destruction with Geraldo. The bunny is just absolutely dominant against ceramics. It's unbelievable. You have to get him going here. It seems like advanced maps, Geraldo's even better than usual. So here we go. 4th bunny is officially here. We get the Super Bunny, and oh my god, now the balloon popping power is just absolutely on our side. I think 63 should be an absolute breeze. I don't see how it wouldn't be unless something really, really wrong happens. Which I hope it doesn't, obviously. The only thing I can think of is maybe some sort of issue with, maybe, lead popping power just being kind of like minorly here. So what I'm going to do is I'm also going to randomly throw down a Jerry's Fire here. I don't want to waste it, but I feel like I have to. I'm just so afraid of round 63 in every single situation. It kills me so often, so I'd rather spend $650 and waste it for now, and just know that I'll have $650 less by the time we get to round 100. Alright, round 63. Easily going down. Oh yeah, look at that. The first set goes down easily. Let's hope for the bunny to do a great job here on the second set. Oh, easily! Okay, I overdid it a little bit, I'll be honest. Jerry's Fire, not an... Oh, wait, did we? Did we? Oh, that was a waste carrier. For no reason, by the way. No reason. All right, one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to move my Robo Monkey from last to strong. I want to hit the Moabs. I want to pop the Moab layer and let my other towers kind of clean up the balloons on the inside, right? So at this point, what you want to do is you want to make sure that you've got everything going for you. We got 75, 76, 77. These are all tough rounds here that we've got coming up. So what I want to do is I want to get Geraldo going hardcore. I want to go for all of his turrets. These are super turrets, by the way. I'm also going to start microing my Heli Pilot a little bit to make sure that we've got the necessary popping power in the right place, basically. Just stunning the Moabs is kind of the main thing. And this is all because we don't have our big boy yet. We don't have the Bloon Solver. If we had the Bloon Solver, this would not be an issue. But because Bloon Solver is going to take a little while to come up, we want to kind of take this a little bit on the slower side and just micro this stuff up a little bit. Robo Monkey doing a great job here, keeping everything right next to all my popping power. And 75 goes down, 76. Everybody's kind of doing their jobs here, and we take it down. All right, beautiful. Absolutely stunningly beautiful. Geraldo's got a couple other things we could use. We've got 2 genies ready to go. We got sharpening stems and everything, but I want to wait them out. I don't want to waste my money again. I want to have that money for later, so after round 85, maybe 90, that's when we can do everything, okay? And Bloon Solver is about $1,000 away here, and we're going to get that money going and be so good. right, another tough round for us, but guess what? Bloon Solver is up! He's ready to go! Now, with every single time I'm playing with Bloon Solver. All right, every time. I cross path, bottom path. I don't think I've ever seen anybody argue with me on that, but I have had a few people ask me why. Why is that cross path so much better? And in my opinion, the reason why is because you always want to go for the cross path that makes the most sense in the most situations. And for me, the situation in this situation is I want to make sure that I've got every single Bloon slowed down to the max. All right, Bloon Solver barely ever hits his pierce cap. Like, he can technically hit a pierce cap if like Bloons are really, really going ham. But I have a small runway here that I gotta stop and stall and kill all the Bloons. So if we end up going for the middle path here just to hit more Bloons instead, we might end up running into some issues where basically the Bloons get glued, but then they don't die before they leave. And that can be somewhat unfortunate. So what do we want to do next? Well, at this point, we can do a couple different things. If we're going for the meta, what we're going to do is go for one more 5th tier tower. Okay, and still, I gotta say it, man, Comanche Commander has been really, really good. We can leave him on pursuit and still have him be a fantastic tower here. Not only is the Comanche defense okay now, because he actually can help us out in weird situations, where the Bloons actually get further back on the map. Once we get the Comanche Commander, we can micro wherever we need to, popping one side first, and then go into the other side later. Again, this is more of an advanced technique if you're playing on a somewhat more difficult map than the other maps, but it is very important for your strategy to make this work. You can see, even though the Bloons are getting pretty far back here, it's nice. We've got some Jerry's Fires active, so even though they were a little bit premature, it's nice to just see them on the screen, dude. Geraldo is also officially level 17, so you have to be mindful of when he's about to reach level 20 and kind of double dip on everything. Okay, Geraldo, once he reaches level 20, everything in the shop gets refreshed. So if we, for example, have everything already full here, and then he reaches level 20, we can technically be not wasting money, but we're going to waste a lot of our popping power. And that's what we don't want to do. So just be mindful of this. I think it's going to be around 89, 90. This is probably going to reach level 20. So we'll kind of watch that as it comes around. Magic Commander, though, is $37,800, which is kind of funny because I believe that they've changed the price of this guy like a million times, and I think he's back down to the original price that he was when like BTD6 launched. And they've just buffed him and nerfed him and buffed him and nerfed him and buffed him and nerfed him in all these different ways to make that price just make sense. I think it's kind of hilarious, actually, that they decided to do that. But either which way, Comanche Commander is our next step here. It's 20 grand away, so we're going to need to, for sure, be watching everything and just making sure everything goes down. I mean, Bloon Solver, though, dominant, dude. Freaking dominant. It's good to have the slowdown here, too. Everything, as soon as they walk in over here, we just let the Bloon Solver kind of deal the damage and destroy them all. Admittedly, a pretty tough map around, so I'm going to go for destruction on the bottom set here first, then swap over to the top set. And realistically, I would like them to not pop at the same time, if at all possible. That's good, good, good. We want one Zombie God to pop at a time. Good, good. BFBs now. Good, good. Looking good. We pop all those things. Solver cleans up, and then we got two more Zombie Gods to take down. And look at the slowdown. It's nice to have this slowdown here, and Bloon Solver will just clean them up. Moab's, Bloons, it don't matter. He's got it covered. And we got a nice defender coming in here to help us out. All right, back to pursuit for you, good sir. I only usually really take over or control him on the really tough rounds. The rounds where I'm like, I don't know what's going to happen here. Hopefully we can manage this crap. At this point, though, Geraldo, officially level 18. We've got gold genies at this point, so on any of the really tough rounds where we absolutely need some extra help, that's what the genies are for. Geraldo makes the late game easy. So even if we screwed up, used some of our money on random stupid Jerry's Fires and stuff like that, this is where it all comes into play and makes it really, really feel godlike as a strategy. So, looks good for us. Comanche Commander's coming in before round 90, which is nice, but admittedly, we don't have that much DDT popping power. We will have to actually manage our towers properly to make sure those DDTs are going to go down. So after round 90, one thing you want to do is you want to make sure you've got all your Jerry's Fires active because they're going to last for the rest of the game. In addition, don't feel bad about using a Genie on any DDT round because it'll just help you out. And then make sure everything is sharpened. And then if you want to, you can even use glues and things to make sure that things are going to go down properly. But keep in mind that I don't want to spend all of my money here because I do want to still save up for that Comanche Commander before I start going for all of the rest of my support towers. Alright, after I get some of my good basic towers that I want to use for everything, I start going for support towers instead of damage doing towers. I want slowdowns, I want abilities, I want things that are going to keep me in the game here. Geraldo is level 19, almost level 20, so I'm going to use another Genie here, just so I'm going to have it for round 92 and round 93. I am going to use another Jerry's Fire over here. I'm going to put it on a tower that's got cam detection from the crap over here. And then I'm going to actually throw down some glues kind of randomly in the back of the map, I think. I don't think they last forever, but I think they'll last long enough for what we want to use them for, hopefully. Maybe DDTs, maybe something else. And that's kind of it. I don't think I really want to buy any road spikes or anything. I feel like it's, I don't want to call it a waste of money at this point, but it's not really like what I want to have. So we go, round 92's here, and round 93 is up. So now we get 4 extra brand new turrets to use. Delicious. I'm going to throw them down wherever they fit. If they can go inside of the village, even better, but if they don't have to. And then we've got a Genie here. So at this point, I don't know. It looks like round 93 is going to go down without a hitch, but I think we can use one Genie on round 95, no problem. And then I need to save the rest of them for hopefully 98, 99, and 100. The nice thing is they do regenerate over time. Oh, we got 3 more Jerry's Fires though, bro. We got to use these puppies up. 1, 2, and 3. Keep in mind that these should all have camo detection, now that Geraldo has camo detection for the rest of the game here. And we're almost up to our last 5th tier tower, the Comanche Commander. So Comanche Commander is officially up. This is a huge, huge help to us. Round 94 is usually a pretty tough round, but with all of this working together here, the Bloon Solver, the Jerry's Fires, the extra help here, we're going to take this down, no problem. For round 95, we're going to absolutely use a Genie. It's totally worth to use a Genie. And we're going to make sure we've got, you know, camo detection our Plasma Blast, Robo Monkey as well, just to kind of confirm we will pop all these DPTs. The last thing I'm actually going to do is put this guy on Follow Mouse instead of on Pursuit. I'm going to leave him in the junction here, the Destruction Junction. And hopefully everything just kind of goes according to plan. Let's see how it works. So far it's going pretty good. DT's getting taken out. Moab's kind of getting in the way a little bit here, actually. Just kind of not fun to watch, but still going down good enough. DDT is near the back of the map. Robo Monkey is still kind of cleaning up a little bit. Comanche Commander is commanding these Bloons into their doom. And we take down even round 95. Absolutely beautiful. Round 96, normally a kind of difficult round. We're going to put the Comanche Commander just in the very front of the map here. Let these oh my gods kind of just die. Actually went down super duper easily. We have a bunch of money here, by the way. So at this point, again, I like the support towers. I like the slowdowns, and I like the like Carpet of Spikes type towers, which I think I'm probably gonna end up using Carpet of Spikes, by the way. I want to put him on the top up here because I want to make sure that he can hit the bad balloon in its entirety and also pop the DDTs in the very, very back here, which I think is kind of important. So we're gonna go straight into a Spike Storm here, and I think 97 should go down easily, but round 98, we're gonna have to watch it at least a little bit. All right, round 98 is gonna be a little bit goofy. So I'm going to have to do a bit of a swap down, basically. I want to get some of these guys in the top pop for a little bit, but I want to get my Genie flowing pretty much as soon as I possibly can. So we've got to throw down a Genie, just get him going wherever, I guess. I'm going to continue to pop things, believe it or not, more on the top than the bottom for at least a few more seconds here until I have to jump over to the bottom. Here we go. Let's slow things down and get it all taken down while it's right next to us here. It looks beautiful. Everything slowed down right where we want it. We got a lot of money here all built up. I think the next thing I want to do for is go for a Spike Storm so I can get ready for round 99 here. At this point, I'm not really attacking anything in particular. I'm just trying to pop almost everything. Looks pretty good, though. Round 98 looks like it is going to get taken down. Nice. That'll get us set up for a round 99 Spike Storm and possibly a slowdown as well. If not, at the very least, we'll have our Spike Storm ready for round 100. Alright, Geraldo does not have another Genie, but I do have a Genie activated. I do have 2 Jerry's Fires to use, though, so let's use those things. I'm going to throw down a quick Spike Storm here to try to get rid of these DDTs. They're getting popped kind of in the back of the map here, but it's absolutely necessary. We needed that guy. It's one of the only good DDT poppers left in the game. Alright, back to Pursuit for you, good sir. And we do get a Genie back for round 100. This is the nice thing about using a round 95 Genie, is that you're going to get it back in time. So, at this point, we got 1 Jerry's Fire left. I guess we're going to use it over here. We got 3 Sharpening Stones. I guess we'll do that. And then, I strongly believe that if we do a Sabo and a Carpet of Spikes kind of similar to each other, we should be able to pop the DTs on the inside as well. It shouldn't be a big deal. And that is basically a Geraldo play. It's the Geraldo meta. Oh my god, it's freaking beautiful. 2's oh my god to take down. Let me take down even round 100 with actual popping power here. Beautiful! That's going to get us our wonderful new Chimps medal. If you guys enjoyed, press that like button, subscribe, and have a super duper delicious day.